Hello and welcome to the TigrePup channel. In this video, I'll be comparing 4 different Wella hair color toners and dropping a little bit of education at the same time. So if this topic interests you, then please keep watching. Okay, so right here we're just looking at the back of the Wella colorcharm toners. As you can see, the directions aren't very clear. Pre-lighten hair to the required level before applying toner. So what is the required level? So hopefully I can clarify that in this video, so just stay tuned. Okay, to start this off, the information for each color line that was carried by Sally's used to be stored in an end cap at the end of the color section. Okay, and in a color book it basically has directions of use, the different color swatches and what have you. Well, they've removed all of that information, and now I guess we have to go online, which is why I found out some information as far as like the proper instructions for use for this particular product, and you can use this for any other product that Sally sells. Just look online. Okay, so right here I just included my search results. I think I looked up how to use Wella colorcharm toners, and if you look at the website here is Wella, so we're going to check it out right here. Okay, so as you can see here, according to the directions, you pre-lighten the hair a half a shade lighter than your desired result, and once that's been lifted, remove lighter by shampooing thoroughly. Okay, so this is applied to damp hair, and as you can see, the mixture is 1 part colorcharm Wella toner to 2 parts 20 volume developer, and applied to towel dried hair and develop for up to 30 minutes, which means you can use less than 30 minutes or you can go for the full 30 minutes. Okay, okay, and as we can see here, Wella colorcharm has 3 tonal families. Okay, we have silver in the silver label. We have ash in like the pale baby blue label, and we have beige in the tan or brown label. Okay, and as you can see here, we have the recommended lightness that you should have before applying each and every toner. Okay, so now looking at this actual chart here, as you can see, a lot of the colors require you to be either pale yellow or yellow, and there's only one that's actually to a gold level. So what exactly are these tones here? Okay, so here is a chart of the different levels that will be on your left hand side, and how it will look after it's been lightened on the right hand side, what color it should appear to be, because it doesn't look quite like the natural hair color. When you start lightening the hair, it has different tones. Okay, so if you look at the very bottom, it has a reddish brown, which is the underlying contributing pigment for black hair. And as you further go up, it goes from red to orange to yellow. Now, in order to use these toners properly, you need to be in the realm of the yellow and the pale yellow, which is okay. I'm going to attempt to explain this as best as I can. Okay, so the majority of colors for the Wella colorcharm toners, you need to be either yellow or pale yellow. Okay, so there's only one color I see here is T28, and that is for a natural blonde. And as you can see on your left hand side, a level 8, 9, which would be the proper level in order for you to use that particular toner. Okay, and as for the pale yellow side, you can use T10, T14, T18, T15, T11, and T27. If you can get your hair color into a level 10, which as you can see, they use an example of the actual banana. It's like white, pretty close to white, with only a hint of yellow. Okay, so that is the goal in order to use those Wella toners, okay? Okay, I understand that many of you have watched YouTube videos where people have applied the Wella toner to pretty much any level of hair color, and sometimes it comes out great, sometimes it doesn't, okay? But right here, I'm just going to explain to you why it doesn't come out great, okay? Okay, so according to our neutralizing colors chart here, each level has a certain undercoat, or basically like an underlying pigment, and it needs a certain neutralizer in order to neutralize that tone. Okay, so if you are, say for instance, like a level 7 blonde, orangish yellow, and you use a toner of violet, you won't completely neutralize that orangish yellow tone in that level 7. I hope that makes sense. So basically, it's not going to come out quite like it's supposed to. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples that I saw online. So let's check it out. Okay, so in this video, we're looking at Jane Doe's video, toning yellow roots with Wella T18 toner again, okay? So as you can see here, her hair isn't quite pale yellow to be using the T18. Right here, I've included a reminder. When you use the T18, your hair has to be pale yellow. She may have gotten better results with the T28, which is to lighten her hair to the yellow stage. As the video goes on, she expresses dissatisfaction at the final results, and she made the comment that toning again wouldn't do very much, so she would have to relighten it. And so that's where it stands on this particular video. She was right in her determination that she'll have to relighten her hair again in order to get that pale yellow shade from the T18. Okay, so in this observation, orange and brassy to sandy blonde, Wella toner T14 and 050, which is the violet additive. YouTuber Rain In Drops XS attempts to use the T18 and 050 on pretty orange brassy hair. Okay, so according to the chart here, if she used T18, clearly she's not at the pale yellow stage. I think she would have been better using the T35 beige blonde. Okay, so I've included a couple of images of the final result. Apparently she did love her end result. It did cool down her her brassy orange hair quite a bit, but it wasn't the correct toner. Here is the end result, and moving on to the next person. Okay, for observation number 3, we have DIY Ash Blonde Toner at Home for Men, Wella T14 and 050 additive from Danny Time. Okay, so in this video, he's using the 050 additive with the T14. I don't know if you can see that, but his hair at the top is slightly darker than the very bottom. Neither of which is a pale yellow. Okay, so this is a little bit difficult because you have two different tones going on here. He's not exactly yellowed and he's not exactly gold. In order to marry all of the colors together, I would probably go with the T35. That's just my opinion. The lighting from these videos that these people are putting up is not very good, so it's very difficult to tell, but that's my opinion. Okay, as we can see here, it did tone down the brassiness. He did give us an outdoor view. As you can see, it did tone it down, but it's still two different tones, the top and the bottom. Here's the final end result, and apparently he was satisfied with the end result. Okay, I'm going to leave a link in the description section down below of these videos so you can check them out yourself. In case you were wondering what you could possibly do after you've bleached your hair, you can't get it quite as pale yellow as you would like, you have other alternatives. First of all, you can always use semi-permanent hair colors or demi-permanent hair colors. I would not recommend permanent hair colors because they have an ammonia in it and it causes lift and it's just going to damage your hair even more. However, semi-permanent colors and demi-permanent colors are a general alternative, and there's a vast array of different colors that you can choose from. Maybe not your hair color may not be as bright, you know, as ash pale white as you would like, but like I said before, you still have options. So just check into it and you know, try something different. Just a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. If you would like to support this channel, please consider giving a donation to my Cash App. The details will be listed in the description section down below. Thanks. Okay, so now that I've covered most of the information as far as the usage of the Wella Color Charm toners, let's begin with our color swatches. Okay, so right here I'm just going to give you an indoor 360 of our mannequin here. And as you can see, her hair is a very light pale yellow. And you're going to take a look outside. Don't mind her face. For some reason, this mannequin's face swells when it's outside in the heat. So that's why she looks distorted. Okay, so right here I'm just going to show you the Wella Color Charm toners that I'll be using in this video, which is the T10, T28, T14, and T27. Okay, so right here I'm just preparing the head for application. I'm going to use the T28 and T10 on one side, and on the other side I'm going to use the T14 and the T27. I'm also going to be using a bowl and brush and an applicator bottle to see which one I prefer the best. Okay, so keep watching. And just a reminder of the ratio is 1 part color to 2 parts developer on damp hair in a volume 20. So let's begin. Okay, so I've already shampooed the hair and I'm going to apply the T28 and T10 on one side, and I'm just going to mark that on her neck so that we won't have any confusion as to which side is which, as you can see here. Okay, so on the other side we're using T14 and T27, and I'm just going to mark that on her neck. As you can see here, I just sectioned off the hair off camera so we can hurry up and get the party started. Okay, so for our first color, we're going in with our T10. As you can see, it has a silver label, which means it should have a silver outcome. Right now, I'm just measuring my product and I'm getting everything prepared for application. Okay, putting on my gloves. And this is I'm going to use the bowl and brush method, as you can see here. Just mixing everything to make sure everything's thoroughly emulsified, okay? And we're going to start here applying it to the outer portion of the section, and then I'm going to go in and apply it throughout the entire section here, so just keep watching. Okay, so in this clip, I'm mixing my applicator bottle for, I want to say T28 in Natural Blonde. That's going to be in a silver package, so it should have like a gray undertone once it's been processed. So keep watching. Okay, so up next I'm going with my applicator brush and bowl, as you can see here. The next color I'm going to use is Pale Ash Blonde in T14. As you can see, it has a light blue label, which means it's an ash color. So our end result should have an ash tone to it, okay? So we're going to see me apply this with my bowl and brush. So just keep watching. Okay, so up next we're going to apply a T27 medium beige blonde. As you can see, it has a tan label, which indicates this is a beige color. And I'm going to be applying this with an applicator bottle. So just check that out, and we'll discuss all of this at the very end. Okay, right here, just giving you a 360 of all our shades after they've been applied along with their labels. So as you can see, the color's changing already. So let's keep watching. Okay, so just a reminder, I'm giving you a 360 of what the hair color looked like before we began. This is an indoor look. Okay, so just looking at the very beginning, we're off to a good start. You can see the contrast between these two colors. We're going to take a look throughout the entire head while we're indoors, okay? So we're looking at the T14 right here. It's the Pale Ash Blonde. It's not quite as yellow as it was before. It's just kind of muted down a little bit. It doesn't look very gray or anything. Right here, I'm comparing it with the T27 Medium Beige Blonde. I think the Medium Beige Blonde looks a little bit more buttery. Okay, it's like yellow, but it's like a good yellow. I don't know how to explain it, and the ash is kind of like a cool tone down. It's very faint that you can actually see the contrast between the two, but if you look very closely, you can see a difference. Right here, I'm just trying to give you a little bit more of a look at the beige blonde right here. Okay, now taking a look at the back, on one side we have the T27 medium beige blonde, and on the other side the T28 natural blonde. I don't know if you can see a difference, but yeah, it's a definite difference, but I couldn't tell you what colors that I'm looking at. But yeah, so you can see the comparison between the two. Yeah, so you can see the contrast between the two colors yourself right here. Okay, so up here we have the T28 Natural Blonde and the T10 Pale Blonde, not Pale Ash Blonde, just Pale Blonde. And you kind of can see a difference. I believe the Pale Blonde T10 looks a little dirtier. A gray type of feel to it, as you can see here. And right here is the Natural Blonde. It's definitely something. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. Yeah. So you can see the difference, hopefully. Okay, so right here I'm just going to insert the before, the 360 of what the hair color looks like before we began. Please don't mind her faces because the heat causes her face to swell. And now we're going to take a look at the outdoor look after everything's been applied. Okay, so right here we're looking at T10 Pale Blonde. As you can see here, it has like a silvery, dirty, gray tone, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, so up next we're going to look at the T14, which is the pale ash blonde. It's not very much different from the original color. It did tone down the yellow a little bit. I still see a little bit of yellow. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, we're going to take a look at the back right now. T27, which is medium beige blonde, is on your left, and on the right is T28 natural blonde. T27 on the left looks a little bit more buttery, and the T28 looks a slightly, I'm not exactly sure what's the word, but like a little bit cooler, but not by much. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, so before I close out this video, I'd like to answer a couple of questions. So let's begin with the first one. What is my preferred application method? Okay, so for me personally, I would definitely have to say the short bristle brush, because if you have it in a bottle, it's difficult to get all the product out the bottle, the bottom of the bottle, and the long bristle brush just flung around the product and was wasteful in my opinion. Okay, so up next is what is my favorite result? I would have to say the T10 in pale blonde because of its smoky appearance, and it gives more of an ashy or cool tone, which is mostly the reason why most people use toners in the first place. So, okay, so up next, how would I rank these shades from coolest to the least coolest? Okay, so I would rank these colors from the coolest to the least coolest would be first place T10, followed by T14. And then I would say third place is T28, followed by fourth place T27. That's my opinion. Okay, so that completes my video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.